Definitely my first year, I was probably the most terrified I've ever been because, like, doing it for a year, I think I finished, like, 70th the first year. So then my next goal was to make the regionals, of course. So when I was finally there, I'd done all my research, stalking, and then you show up and you've got the same badge. You're warming up for the same workouts with guys that you've been, like, hard eyes over, like, wow, you've been crushing this.
Yeah,
and
you're just like,
now
and now I'm in a
I'm
lane
competing.
next to you.
Yeah, now I'm right next to you.
Welcome to the Unbroken podcast with Chris Crosby. I'm pretty excited about today. I got a couple of fun guys with me. We got Dylan and Patrick. We go by Paddy, right?
Yeah.
Paddy, right on. And we're here at their new gym, Mo Fitness, and I have the pleasure to talk to them and talk a little about their history, their past, and what they're doing now and what they're looking forward to doing with this facility. So I got the chance to know them through like a mutual friend, Megan. She's pretty fun, and she came over to my house once with her brother and just got like wasted. And was like, "You need to become friends with these two guys." I mean, that's your friend, right? You know, Megan. Yeah. And so we, I added you guys as friends and I just kind of been Facebook stalking you since then. You guys have been doing some pretty cool stuff, and I've seen you at a few competitions. And I knew that once I started this podcast, it's something I wanted to do. So, Dylan, do you want to go ahead and like what's your history with fitness? Because I know you as a CrossFitter, as a regional athlete, someone that just can lift some crazy, stupid heavy weight. But you want to kind of give your background of your fitness background?
Yeah, I guess I've played football ever since the fourth grade. I played football. All the way through high school, probably junior year. Tried to get into wrestling because they couldn't really do the football thing because they wanted me to gain a lot of weight. So I got into wrestling, hurt my shoulder, so then I was just kind of stuck with the gym thing, rehabbing. Really got addicted to the gym stuff. Then when I came up here for school, I found CrossFit and just kind of the whole competition aspect of beating people.
You realize you were
pushing
good
yourself.
at it.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. I quit my first time. First workout, I tried to do it at the rec, and I thought this was the dumbest thing I've ever started.
What was your first workout? Do you remember?
I was doing wall balls, but it was with a hard ball. Wasn't even with a med ball. One of those like ab balls, throwing that up against the wall, and I was like, this is dumb. I'm just going to go hit the bench.
Get my bis and tris in.
Then I finally found like a CrossFit gym, and just competing every single day was kind of different than just working out.
Yeah, you got that like competitive itch.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a high, just beating everybody, wanting to be the best.
So you wrestled in high school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What weight class did you wrestle?
160.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wrestled 215 in high school, but I was like a chubby 215. I probably should have been like 189.
Yeah, so I was about 160 in high school, which is kind of why I quit the football thing. Okay. And now I'm up to 225.
And you're in good shape. You're cut.
Yeah,
I mean,
just
you
doing the lifting
have
thing.
To be doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're doing CrossFit, like you and I know this. So Mo Fitness isn't a CrossFit gym per se.
No.
Is it? Okay, and is it something down the road that you look at, like becoming an affiliate with?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
We would like to down the road. Right now we're kind of just focused up on the group classes.
Cool.
Kind of getting things going like that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So that's a lot more fun for us. Kind of getting a lot of students in here. Just kind of having fun with fitness.
Just getting after it.
Yeah.
All right, Paddy. Let's hear some of your background. So what's your background in fitness?
Always been addicted to exercising my whole life.
Yeah.
I was in sports my entire life, starting at the ripe young age of 4, playing soccer. I was kicking the old soccer ball around a football field. Or a soccer field, sorry.
Soccer.
And I played soccer throughout high school, had dreams of playing in the World Cup and that whole thing. But I guess I kind of got burnt out in high school, and I found football shortly after that, and started kicking the old pigskin around.
Right on. So you kicked. You're a kicker.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did you kick for college?
Yes. Yeah. Down at the old University of Oklahoma.
Okay.
Went down there. I walked on and earned a job there.
Okay. Cool. How long did you kick for them?
Played there all 4 years.
All 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing in Columbia?
My fiance actually got accepted to grad school here.
Okay.
So a little shout out to her.
Yeah. So like, what's it like to be like a OU person here? And
we actually had a rough game here up at Mizzou when I was at Oklahoma. We lost. College game day was here at Missouri. We came in here number 1 ranked, and we actually lost that game. So it's kind of a bittersweet feeling here being in Columbia. I love it here, but every time I drive by the stadium there, it's rough
and real deep.
Yeah, it hurts. Yeah.
So you're a kicker, and what brought you to like the CrossFit functional fitness world?
Actually, after college, I was really unsure what I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to get into strength conditioning, so I went up to the University of Michigan, did an internship there with their Olympic weightlifting program and all of their athletics up there.
Oh,
and,
wow, that's a good program.
Yeah, it was great. It was awesome. Great learning experience. But I found CrossFit up there with Hyperfit, Doug Chapman.
Yeah.
And I walked into those doors. I was like, holy cow, this is awesome. So I did my first workout, and I was absolutely dead. I thought I was in great shape at the time, but I was wrecked after that workout. I've been hooked since.
Now, when you first started, were you kind of like, this CrossFit thing's a fad? Like, honestly, I'm here to lift
yeah, I just wanted to squat heavy, deadlift a little bit, and try to stay in shape, do the whole Globo Gym thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't really know a whole lot about CrossFit, and I walked in, and I got my ass kicked that first workout.
Yeah.
So I was hooked after that.
It's so funny how, like, when I first started, I was 348 pounds. So, I mean, like, I was heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, the first workout was your typical like warm up, like, all right, let's do 15 kettlebell swings, like some overhead squats, or just like with a kettle, so something that's just like really simple to warm up. And I was almost puking, and it was like a 10-minute thing. I'm like, but I mean, I was huge. But it's always funny to hear people's first workout where just like, and it's always, most of the cases, like, I thought I was in pretty good shape.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then, because a lot of people when they work out at the global gyms, they're at 50% maybe, and like, or they might hit a 1 rep max, and then how long does that take? Not very long.
I like the ones that look super fit. I like the ones that look super fit, and they come in here and just get wrecked within 2 minutes, not even.
Yeah.
You're like, if I saw this guy, he looks like you're killing it.
No. And the funny thing is they just like, and they go full throttle. They just like, they have something to prove.
They blow their load so quickly.
and then they're on the floor just like, what happened? I just got wrecked.
And they come in the next day.
Humbled.
Yes, very.
And
want to know more, and they start learning, so that's always awesome.
Did that happen to both of you guys? Do you think you're like,
that did happen to me, yes.
Yeah. So you're just like, I feel you. I know what you're going through right now.
We get, especially starting the new gym, we get guys coming in, and they do that, and I'm like, this guy, he wants to learn. And they'll ask, and you're like, all right, here we go. That was me.
Now, did you guys coach at the gym? Were you guys at Jomo, or where did you guys
CrossFit
work?
Como.
Como, that's right. Jomo's in Joplin, that's right.
Yeah.
So were you guys coaches at Como?
Yeah, I coached all through college. It was just kind of like my, I guess, college job.
Okay.
Work a few hours, and so it was good to get some money during college. So I was doing that for about 4 years, just coaching CrossFit. So kind of gained a whole lot of experience through there. And then after I graduated, I mean, that's all I was still wanting to continue to do.
How does it feel to go from transitioning from just like a coach to the owner? Like,
there's a whole new feeling. Yeah, because usually when you're coaching, it's kind of like part-time, like 2-3 classes a day.
Yeah.
You walk in, you make friends, and
you care about them.
Yeah, you care about them.
But it's a whole nother level, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so now it's like, I mean, even just like maybe cleaning something up, you take a little more pride in that than if somebody like at the other gym was like, hey, why don't you go clean? And you're like, that's not really my job.
Yeah.
Like, I'm coaching. But now it's like, this is like your...
Do you really need that much chalk?
Yeah. Hey, why don't you chill out with that chalk there?
Like before.
Or the toilet, even like the paper towel. Like, hey, man, why don't you use your shirt?
You don't need 4. Before you're like...
But then I'm just ripping it out. Boom! Yeah.
So, like, what are some of the examples of... like being an owner? Because like you talk to a lot of people that are ate up in the CrossFit world, they're like, I'd like to open a gym someday.
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't have the gumption to actually pull that trigger.
Yeah, and just jump for it.
What, like for me, when I started this podcast, I was just like, I'm gonna buy some mics, start a thing. But all of a sudden I was hitting all these like things that I didn't expect. Like, oh, I gotta host this somewhere. Oh, I can't host it for free.
Yeah.
And so like, so what were some of the things that you guys ran into as you started this that you weren't expecting? Because you're just like, hey, we'll buy some equipment, we'll get a location, and we'll roll. But it's never that easy. Like, what are some of the things that you ran into that you didn't
definitely
expect?
probably getting people in the door.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, of course, your mind, you're like, well, yeah, we're great. Let's just get some equipment, open a door, and they'll just come in.
Yeah.
And as it starts getting closer to opening day, you're like, wait, we need, like, people here.
Yeah, I need X amount of members.
So, yeah, we start thinking, like, we have to have this many members to just pay the bills. So how are we going to do that? Let's have our grand opening. Let's get it everywhere. That was a huge success. We had about 65 people show up just for that, which was great. And then the next thing comes, well, now we have to get them to keep coming.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? A free day, a free week, or a free month?
Yeah.
Free month.
Free month.
Yeah. So hopefully, like, get them hooked coming in every day. Then it's a habit.
Yeah.
So that's kind of been turning. We've had about 25, 30 people each day coming in for those free classes, and already about 10 of them have already committed. For December, which is great.
That's awesome.
Still only about halfway of where we need to be.
The great thing about these locations is you build a community. It's not just like you don't come in and like you're on the machine, you're waiting for another person to go. You know, like you have a coach taking you through the movements, taking you through the classes. And with being a new gym, I knew when I started at CrossFit Republic when they were brand new. And when they were new, we took a lot more time going over the movements and stuff and learning like that. And so it's not just like, all right, here's the workout of the day. You guys know what to do. Go for it. It's just like it's a lot more. All right, let's warm up your bergs.
Yeah, even like starting like classes now, it's like, well, do we need a foundations program? And you can't really do that.
Because everyone's getting
everybody's new. So we just, I mean, the workouts have been very, very simple. We try to teach something, 1 or 2 new things per day. And just kind of keep cycling those movements over and over, trying to get it ingrained in their brain.
Yeah.
But it's been great. Yeah, it's been good. People already kind of start forming relationships during their classes, which is great for the first 2 weeks. They're already like making friends, which is what it's all about.
Yeah, that's the community. I mean, that's what brings people back is the community. How about you, Paddy? Do you have you found anything surprising as becoming an owner from just a coach or an athlete?
I think from the owner's standpoint, the toughest thing just from getting going that you don't quite look at, you think you need just a space, get some equipment in here, and people in the door is like all the legal issues, all the paperwork stuff, business license, inspections. I mean, that stuff, just free. Expenses you just don't recognize as you begin to open up your gym. And so that was a big surprise for us.
Yeah.
But once we kind of got all that figured out, it was a little bit more smooth sailing than we
And I'll take some pictures so everyone can see, but I mean, this is a really nice location.
Thank you.
You got a nice action rig, and I know they take care of their people. You got some Olympic lifting platforms with some squat racks and like a bunch of rowers and rogue balls and rogue plates. So, I mean, like, this is a really nice location. So I love how they have you have like the wall rack for the barbells. Yeah, that's pretty nice too. Our gym is just like, it's like
in the stands.
Unsavor your So that's awesome. Like, so what made you guys decide to actually do this? Because I mean, a lot of people, I mean, you get your friends that are just like, hey, I'm thinking about starting this gym. I mean, were you guys like at the bar one night, we should open a gym?
Very similar to that. We're actually
story.
We were sitting at the pool one day this summer, just kind of lounging around, catching some rays after a tough workout, I think it was, and we were just tossing around the idea. It was like, hey, why don't we kind of maybe open up our own gym? And then we kind of looked at each other, like, I mean, why not? Let's go for it.
Yeah, that like bro moment.
Yeah, that was it. It was like, let's do it. And so we really just kind of jumped off the cliff, and we're going to build a plane on our way down, and here we are with the gym.
Isn't it funny how you do that? I mean,
you just got to pull the trigger, right? Just like the podcast deal. You got to go for it.
Yeah, you don't. I mean, a lot of times, like, I don't know if I would have done what I did and if I knew what I had to go through, but like, I was like, I've already committed.
Oh, yeah.
I need to figure this out, and now it's very rewarding. It's still the infant stages, but I'm sure for you guys, you're just like, okay, we're open.
Yeah. You don't know unless you try, right?
Yeah.
So you got to go after it.
And so, is your wife still in school out here finishing her?
Yeah. She got a couple more years here, and so that's kind of why we're like, hey, we'll figure we'll be here for a couple of years at least. So we signed a couple year lease, and let's go for it and see what happens.
Just keep rolling.
Yeah.
Now, I was Facebook stalking you. You did the grid.
Yes.
Like, so how was that process? I know, like, you kind of have to go through like a combine to audition, and then like I don't know. Is that?
Yeah. No, you're right. First, you'll have a couple of different. They call it your grid scores. So you put in your grid scores, and they kind of base upon like how everybody does. And you get invited to a pro day, and there's several different pro days throughout the country you can go to if you're invited to. I went out to San Francisco last year, and from the pro day, if you do really well out there and kind of showcase your skills, your strengths out there, you get invited to the combine. So it's kind of a long process, but you just go through the whole deal, and after the combine, they hold the actual MPGL draft, and that's where you get selected for a team.
Who did you got with the Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix Rise.
Okay,
yes,
awesome. Yeah, I remember when that first started. I was just like, I didn't know how that was gonna go because I was just like, are we
right
fitness for? I mean, like, is this CrossFit?
Yeah.
Is it? And so I was just always like, but I've seen that they're actually. It's doing well.
It's doing great. It is absolutely blowing up. Yeah, it's getting really big. So that's exciting to see. Hopefully, it just continues to grow.
And are you going to continue on with it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, awesome. I love being out there on the grid racing. Just being with the whole team is just it's the best thing ever. It's almost like the whole team atmosphere you get in college playing collegiate sports. So I love that whole aspect of it.
Well, and all of them are at that level of performing. So it's Now, I remember I researched a little bit, and I was listening to a few, like, the podcasts where they talk to some of the athletes and stuff like that. And is it more of, like, a specialist? Like, are you specialist in certain thing? Like, when that shows up on the grid, that's Paddy's job.
Yeah, more or less. Pretty much every athlete kind of has their own strength that they bring to the team. Whether it's like a heavy weightlifter is going to be in the latter quadrants of the grid, so they're going to be your stronger guys. And then, I mean, you have people in the grid that just do a ton of gymnastic movements. They're a little bit lighter individuals, guy or girl, and they can just knock out a ton of chest to bars or some of the different, like, bar muscle ups, back up rises, some of the different movements that they're coming up with in grid. But so you really specialize in definitely one thing or another in grid.
So what was your specialty?
Honestly, I can cycle barbell pretty fast. Yeah, no, I wish. For some reason I've got a great ability to jump over things, like jump over boxes really well. I'm pretty fast, pretty athletic. So really, wherever they can find a fit for you, if it's going to help them win the race, they'll throw you in there.
So you're pretty utility in some.
Yes, I would consider myself a utility player.
That's awesome. And so, just like, did you even expect that that's something you would be doing, or like you were just like?
Yeah, I was shocked after the combine. I thought I did really well, but there were some very excellent, so talented athletes out there. And then even with everybody that was on the teams last year, it's like, holy cow! Like, I wonder if I have a shot at this. But so it was a huge surprise just to get selected and then to go out there and compete with those athletes. I mean, they're just so talented. But it was a.
Well, they also talk about, like, not only just being an awesome athlete, but also being able to work well with the team.
Yeah, so that's a big part of it. Yeah, definitely being a team oriented. Help others out. Except for.
What do you think about Klokoff this year?
Oh, he's so strong. He's so strong. Yeah.
He's like a social media beast. He's just like, I do this for you. I love you.
I think he did a push press the other day, a 440 for just a single or double, but
just for fun.
Yeah, it was for.
Now, Dylan, like, I watched because I knew you at this point. I kind of sat on my computer quite a bit during regionals and watched it, and I was just like, because I knew you, I was like, yeah, go do it. So, like, how many times have you gone to regionals?
Twice.
Yeah. Okay. And how was that whole experience? I mean, like, is it like, I know it's just like you got a whole weekend of just killing yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
But, like, how do you prepare for that? I know, like, for the Open, it's a different kind of preparation, but like, when you get to regionals, like, what's your prep like for regionals?
So yeah, kind of leading to the Open is a lot of aerobic stuff. Just getting ready to go hard for those workouts. Immediately following that, it's just a whole new style of training. Weights are a lot heavier. Workouts are a little bit longer. Definitely more sessions. Again, just kind of beating your body down. So when you are ready for those 3 days, hopefully you can stay recovered for those things. But that has not happened the past 2 times. Yeah. So I mean, it's the toughest training probably I've ever been a part of.
And the one thing I've noticed that they've not only just it's regionals, it's just not heavy, but they've been throwing a lot of gymnastic stuff in there. Yeah. So, like, do you try to incorporate, like, all right, I got to get good on being, my feet in the air, like a handstand walk?
Yeah, no, for sure. Those are definitely huge weaknesses in my game, especially being 220 pounds. The only thing I'm great at are the handstand push-ups and muscle-ups on the rings. Anything else, I've seemed to have lost all of them. So I mean, I'm still trying to find those guys. We work on them all the time, kind of just EMOMs trying to get those gymnastics together. But
now, do you work with like a coach, or you do a lot of your own programming, or do you have like Paddy write you some stuff?
Me and Patrick, we've been following Hyperfit for a while. For the past few months or so. With the gym, it's been really difficult to get all of that in, so we might pick a few things off there that we really need to do. Or if it's kind of just been a rough day, we just kind of have some fun and write some stuff on the board.
Like, this looks nasty. Let's go for it.
Yeah, or we find something on Instagram. Like right now, there's something on the board that's been sitting there for 2 or 3 days from Duke Burke that we want to try out.
Duke's a man.
So yeah, that's training kind of been going that way. Just let's write some stuff on the board and let's work it.
So cool. So what's your plan for Open this year?
Oh, we're both kind of trying to crush it. We both want to make it.
Now, and did you go regionals too, or?
I did not. No.
Okay. All right. And so what are your goal is regionals this year? And
yes.
And how does that work with like grid? Like
that's gonna be interesting because out in grid you got to be able to cycle a barbell extremely fast, and the Open's mostly cardio and gymnastics movement, so you got to be able to.
You go to a dark place like
you got to go
every time.
Yeah, every single time. So it's gonna be very difficult trying to balance the two out. You got to be able to super strong on grid, and you got to be able to move for a long time during the Open. So if you want to do a 7-minute AMRAP of burpees, and then they want to see you snatch 225 for 9 times.
Don't put any ideas in their head, man. 7 death by burpees, and then snatch heavy.
Welcome. Bring it on.
Yeah. Now with being Mo Fitness, I guess you don't have to be an affiliate to. Can you just do the Open under just a gym name, or?
I'm unaffiliated. Yeah,
so you would just put unaffiliated
on there? So me and
there.
Patrick would definitely be in the Open, hopefully on top of that board, but all of our athletes can definitely sign up, and we'll just be unaffiliated, try to have an in-house leaderboard, and we'll run it that way.
That's awesome. What's it like being at like the regionals, being around all these, all the people that you see at probably different competitions, but you're all there.
Yeah.
And what's it like to be in that community, that warm up area?
Definitely my first year, I was probably the most terrified I've ever been, because training, doing it for a year, I think I finished 70th the first year. So then my next goal was to make the regionals, of course. So when I was finally there, I'd done all my research, stalking, and then you show up and you've got the same badge. You're warming up for the same workouts with guys that you've been hard eyes over, wow, you've been crushing this.
Yeah,
and you're
just now I'm in a lane
competing.
Next to you.
Yeah, now I'm right next to you. So that's definitely an eye opener. I know my first year I'd barely warmed up for anything because I didn't want to ask to borrow anything. So I just kind of just showed up. I was so scared.
For it.
Yeah, so definitely had a few friends. Josh Page was one of the first guys kind of come up to me, kind of break the ice, kind of introduce me to other people.
Awesome.
So that was great. Then you meet people there, of course, and then stay in touch throughout that whole year, and then hopefully meet up with them again at the regional.
That's one thing, because I've worked a couple of corrals at different competitions, Shredfest the last 2 years, which I'm bummed that they didn't do this year.
Me too. Me and Patrick were ready this year.
Jared said he'd do the podcast, so I'll ask him about it when he's down the road. But,
we were pumped.
Shredfest is no joke.
I love it.
That's
that's one of the best tests around.
And
it's heavy, and it's
scaled.
Great guys.
Their scaled division is RX plus on a lot of places, so they're elite divisions.
We were definitely bummed when that was not happening.
But one thing I noticed when I was in the crowd, and there's a lot of high level athletes at this competition, you guys were just goofing off and having fun.
That's how the second year was. You
guys were all friends, and I was just these guys. I remember you guys doing a wall ball warm up before the last event, where you guys are outside throwing the wall ball 20 feet in the air, and then you guys would switch off with each other. And it was you, Hepner, Duke, and someone else, and it's just you guys were all right, get in there, and you throw this 20-pound wall ball 25 feet in the air.
Or even seconds before, all right, we're all going to walk this thing, and it's just having a lot of fun.
And that's the cool thing is, I love seeing, because you guys, when you get out there, you guys go to that dark place, but you also have a lot of fun doing it.
It's a switch you definitely have to turn on. If you're stressing about it for 2 or 3 days, you're not going to go anywhere.
No, you beat yourself mentally before.
Yeah.
Talking about the mental aspect of it, how do you, because you saw yourself at that first competition or first regional where you're just like didn't want to talk to, and it probably affected the way you performed.
Yeah, you're definitely just trying not to look stupid instead of actually performing.
I felt that a lot. I looked dumb a lot. But how do you prepare yourself mentally going into a competition, or even like preparing for a workout? Like you say, you have a really nasty workout on the board. How do you approach that in your head now as you have more life experience?
I'm a real visual person, so I really like to just honestly just see the whole workout, kind of play it in my head like a movie, how it should go, what I should do. Again, just kind of seeing it in your head, especially when, like right before the workout. That's kind of what you're thinking, like this is how it's going to go, this is what it's going to do. But again, gosh, what's my favorite quote? Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face. You see how it should go, and you're like, I'm going to crush this thing. And there's always, no matter what, something that's going to go wrong. Shoelace untie, you rip your hand, something. Then you just kind of have to fight for your life and just go.
Well, that's when you fall back on your training. And
you're like, thank God I've been doing all this stuff, because then that just happens.
I interviewed Sheridan Page a few weeks ago. He has 29 pro fights under his belt. And he said, I talked about that mental preparation, like as you're, and also the cardio, just all the aspects, just to fall back on your training. Because he said the strongest guy turns into the biggest coward once he loses his breath. And so like when you're out there, I said I apply that to working out, because if you're not prepared for the workout, and you lose that breath, that's when you start doubting yourself, second guessing yourself, and you're not ready for it.
I mean, it all falls back on your confidence. If you're not going to be a confident person, you're not going to succeed at anything. Because even if it is a workout where it's all bad, I mean, you still have to tell yourself you're going to do great.
As a owner and a coach now, as you see people in the gym and you ride a workout and you're just like, this is going to be gnarly for some people. Because, you do it long enough, you're like, this is when it's going to suck. And, I mean, I've been doing this for about 3 years now. And so I can look at a workout and be like, round 5 is going to be the worst thing I've ever done. But, like, when you see these new people coming to your gym, because right now, most of the people you have are new.
They're all brand new,
And once they hit that part of the workout, what is your approach to coach them through that?
Definitely kind of fall back on my own experiences. Like when I see somebody kind of we got deadlifts and they're kind of holding back. It's like, hey, why don't you just step back, take a breath, we'll go 3, 2, 1, and then we're right back on it. Or if they're struggling on the rig, sometimes singles are faster than bringing 2 or 3 together. That's a big ego thing that a lot of people have to do. I go back to it all the time. Single chest to bar, single toe to bar. I really don't care as long as I'm getting the reps done. As long as I'm moving. If
you're moving, you're still.
If I do need to go to step-ups on a box, well, sorry, I'm not jumping. I'm getting the reps done. So
I don't want to blow my Achilles. Anyway.
I mean, if I need to, I'll definitely do it, but there's no reason to go to singles or even step-ups. We do it every single day.
And it's amazing. You see these new people come in and they see the environment, they see the community, and they feel like they have to prove something. And it's almost like you have to like hold them back.
No,
and
you
just
do.
Be like, no, I really appreciate your energy, but let's ease you in, because a lot of times someone will be like, they show up their first workout. Oh, it's a 30-minute chipper with 100 pull-ups, and like they're just like, I'm gonna do pull-ups. You're like, and
no, I don't think so.
They show up a week later and they're like, I couldn't move, and then they're only coming once a week, like because they crush themselves.
And that's also kind of one reason, because we both kind of see that with people. We don't really put RX prescribed weights on the board for anybody. We'll have the movement. We'll build up, and then we'll kind of gauge what weight that you should use. Not because I know when I come in, it's it was 405 deadlift. Well, I'm going to be doing 405.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. And you get these.
And there's plenty. I mean, that already are kind of like that. Like if that's what's up there, I'm going to do it.
Yeah,
and that's great. But sometimes you can't.
Sometimes you can't. Like so.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people truly that can do a 225-pound thruster that normally come into one of these these workouts.
I mean, 95 mine is hard enough.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 90. And I mean,
that's enough.
Fran is just like one of the worst things ever. And you grab it the first couple, you're like 95, no problem.
Yeah,
and then you get to like 10, you're just like, oh God, what have I done to myself? So Paddy, I just called you Paddy.
Hey, that's perfect. That's the name.
Dear Paddy. What's your go-to when you're in the gym, when you program for yourself?
I mean, honestly, a lot of the stuff we've been following, like with Hyperfit, but are you asking like as far as attacking the workouts?
Yeah.
Just like Dylan said, visually, I mean, I've been a visual guy my entire life. I mean, it goes back to like the soccer days, like the night before your coach always tells you like envision how you're going to play on the field. And a lot of times that's how it kind of plays out. And same with the football. If I'm going out lining up a field goal, I'm going to envision the ball going through the uprights. Exact same thing for the workouts. You kind of play it through your head before the workout, what's going to go down. And 9 times out of 10, that's what happens.
You have to get it through the uprights before you actually do it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You got to believe in yourself, and that's half the battle.
I mean, the laces were in.
Yeah, right. Coach, laces were great. It was windy.
I swear, Coach.
Shanked that one, sorry.
So, I mean, I think it's cool that you went from, like, you played soccer, but then all of a sudden, did someone say, hey, you should kick?
Or? It was actually my twin bro. He went out one day and was like, hey, let's go kick a football. I was like, what? You're crazy. Let's not do that. Yeah. And so we're super competitive.
We play real football.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we play football. But no, so we went out one day and he thought it was super easy, and we got really competitive, and we were actually doing pretty well. So we just kind of made a film together and sent it around to a couple of the schools, and that's kind of how it started.
That's crazy. So you just like never really done it before, and you just goofing off. And
yeah.
Now, did your brother kick for someone too?
No. He was up at the University of Nebraska trying to get a job up there kicking, but didn't pan out for him.
You're just like, that makes me better.
No. I mean, I think he was better in kicking football than I was, but yeah.
I love hearing those stories of like the people that play soccer and then they're just like, I'm going to try out for kicking, and they're just like, I just crushed this.
Yeah, this is easy. Yeah.
I don't have to run up and down the field for 5 miles.
I don't have to do anything. I just got to kick a ball. This is the easiest job ever.
So with your soccer, that's a lot of cardio. Are you still find yourself like you enjoy the cardio side and the running side? You guys are smirking over here.
I could not play a full soccer game right now if I tried. I think it was over the summer I got asked to play in a soccer game, and luckily it was only 30-minute halves, and I was dead by halftime. I was like, I need a sub. Pull me out. I'm done. So, yeah, I couldn't play a full 90-minute match right now if I tried.
You're like, soccer or cardio for me right now is lifting weight faster.
Yeah, right. Yeah, for time. Too much running.
So, like, how do you when you approach, like, say, okay, your specialty, like, you got to cycle through some weight quick. Like, do you now start training for that aspect of it a little bit more? Is that kind of like you're like, okay, well, because that's now my job?
Yes, definitely. You revisit all the things that you would possibly asked to do out there. It's like cycling a barbell is sometimes what we do out here. So really, I mean, just try to stay in shape, stay fit.
Is there a trick to that?
Just hang on to the barbell and
grip it and grip it.
That's right. Yes, keep going.
That's cool.
You can do one rep. You can do one more, right?
Yeah. Now, but like joking aside, like grip strength is a huge part of that. Like my coach, I don't know if you guys know Joe Williams. He teaches. He's a Power and Grace coach, and he also he did Shred Fest with everybody. But he's one of my coaches. And he just makes fun of me because anything like that, if I have to cycle through a complex or if I have to like hang from the bar, I just I start crying. Like if you ever like a 250-pound grown man crying from the bar, that's me because it hurts so bad. So like, but honestly, cycling through weight like that, or even a strength complex like Dylan, I've seen you do some crazy heavy strength complex. That's so much grip. How do you guys train that?
I think just over time,
just hanging from the bar.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I remember the first time cycling a barbell, my forearms were blown up. But over time, it certainly gets better. Your grip starts to improve. Yeah.
Like, I mean, especially me, I hate doing 1 rep max strength things. So that's why I'm always doing complexes, because 1 reps just really put me down because I don't think I PR those ever. So I'm always trying to how can I make up a PR? Or let's do 2 hang cleans, 1 full clean, 1 jerk PR. So
nailed it.
Nailed it, yeah. His clean is still the same, but that's got better.
Now, you guys are both athletes that perform on a very high level, and then you come in and you have these new athletes. do they come up and be like, how do I be like you? Or like, do they ever get that or anything like that? Like, how do I get to your level, and how do you answer that question? Because I mean, honestly, I'm 33 years old and I've been lifting for 3 years, and I see like a video like you guys do and stuff, and I'm like, I want to be like you when I grow up. Like, what do you answer?
And especially people? Like with the new gym, like we got 2 19-year-old kids that are coming in right now.
I'm going to the games.
Yeah. No, yeah, they want to know about the regionals. They want to know about the football. They come in during our open gym and working out, always asking us questions, which I love. Just tell them, hop in, work out with us every day. It's just going to take practice.
Just time.
And they're hungry to learn, which is what I love. If you're wanting to learn, I'm going to show you. Even if I'm working out, I'll put it down and I'll help you.
So like, just put your time in.
Yep. Yeah. Put your time in. You show up every day. You give all you can. Some days you're feeling like crap. We'll just do the best you can do. Like yesterday, for example, I felt like garbage, and I went down to my apartment gym and did some bench and pull-ups.
You know, when you're sick, bench and pull-ups is what you got to do.
So if I did something, you got better that day, and that's all you can do.
Yeah.
So
if you're moving, like one of my favorite quotes, it was on like one of the CrossFit.com videos, and it was just like, we work really hard to just be okay at this.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Seriously. Yeah. I know.
Like you see like some of these people, like, I mean, Rich Froning, you throw that name out, like, who has time to work out 3 times a day, 4 times a day?
We have the time, but not the drive. Yeah.
But you guys are gym owners, though, too. Though. Yeah. I mean, like, you guys are coaching from the morning.
Yeah, all the way till 7:30 at night.
Yeah.
And it's just us 2 running the place. So.
And you're here on a Sunday afternoon teaching a mobility class.
Yeah.
I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, but that's the commitment of, but that's something that, hey, I could probably be in here, and you guys are going to work out later, but like, that's just put in that kind of time and commitment. It's just
even when we were like talking about putting the gym together, if I'm going to do anything, I'm going to give it 100%. Yeah. If I'm not, I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. One of my friends, he opened up a gym down in Arkansas, and he's like, you think I'd be working out all the time because I own a gym?
Yeah.
He's like, no. I'm like, I have 20 minutes to fit something in real quick, and he'll throw it together.
Because even like when we're at the pool tossing around, we just work out all day. We're lucky if we have 90 minutes to do something.
But the cool thing is you guys go for it and run with it. And, so like, talk about the whole process from beginning and to open in a gym, because there's so many people that say they want to. Like, like what was that process?
Yeah. Oh, we definitely learned on the fly on everything, because we're not. I mean, I'm 23, 25, 26. I mean, we didn't know anything. First step was just getting our money together. Location. We drove around all over Columbia trying to look for a spot. We probably looked at about 50 of them. Whether it was just driving around at night, looking in windows, actually getting a real estate guy to show us the place.
Officer, there's these people keep coming back.
Yeah. There's these 2 big guys just looking in the window. So that took weeks, just driving around looking for a spot.
You guys ever get discouraged, like, never mind, like, let's not do this? Or you guys were just like, once you made your mind up, you guys were like,
there were so many spots that we drive by still and just laugh, like, what were we're going to make that work. Like, there was like a vacant brick building that we were like, no, dude, we can totally do this. We'll clean it up and paint it. No way. No way.
Well, when you start building it, you're like, oh yeah, those other places would have been terrible.
Yeah, that's what we did. I mean, because when we got this place, we literally just painted the walls. We found the location, got our money together. Painting took forever, and he got to skip out because he was on grid, living the life. So me and his fiance were in here painting. It was all fun though. It was great.
Got your rings hanging from the rafters.
We made those. Yes, we did. Ceilings are a little short for. We got about 11.5-foot ceilings.
What's the square footage?
3,600.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we were able to get a big enough size. Definitely a lot of room. We can get people in here. But yeah, like you said, we had to take the tiles out, put in some support beams, and we got 3 rings up there. Just trying to make it work.
Yeah, you do what you gotta do. You know.
Yeah. Getting the equipment. I know I went for like a week just kind of researching, because everybody tells you just don't go with Rogue. You can get cheaper stuff. Well, I'd rather just buy it one time.
Yeah, you don't want to have to like.
Yeah, so we spent the extra money. Just we'll buy it one time and we'll be great.
Yeah. nice Axum rig. Those guys take care. I mean, it's a local.
Thank you, Seth. He came in, hooked that thing up for us because there would be no way that we could get that thing in sturdy. He killed it with a nice hookup.
I like the orange. So. That's actually like the color rig that.
That's what we said. We want those that color orange.
I think Rogue took notice because now
they're now doing painted rigs. Yeah. They saw the need for it.
Yeah.
Am I missing anything with getting this place going?
I mean,
like he said,
the floors, that was a nightmare.
Oh, the floors. Yeah, that was a funny story. We there's a Tractor Supply close by, so we ordered $3,500 worth of stall mats. We showed up and they were the ugliest mats I've ever seen in my life. I told them, sorry, I'm not taking those. Yeah. They were not happy at all, but that was not what I was going to buy.
Yeah. That's good that you stuck to your guns because I would have been like, okay.
But no, even that, we said we can make it work. And then we drove off and said, we're not making this work.
Yeah. Like, let me sleep on it.
No. So we found another Tractor Supply in Fulton, got these mats. We rented a U-Haul trailer, hooked it up to the Jeep. Lady said, you're like 3 times over the weight limit on your pool and on the trailer. Said, that's fine, we'll make it work.
And you did.
Took us 90 minutes to get back from Fulton.
How long does it normally take you to get back
20?
from Fulton?
We were going 20 miles an hour. We were on 70 and we were getting honked at, almost run over by semis. Sorry.
Yeah, just head out.
Finally we said we got to get off the road here. So we took the service road 20 miles an hour all the way back with all our stall mats. Yeah. But we made it.
Those are the stories that you'll remember. Like, that's the cool stuff. You're just like, hey, you look down at your floor and you're just like,
I mean, we almost flipped the thing over. We almost died.
Oh my gosh. Well, I love talking about fitness and talking to people that, especially as you'd be surprised. I'm not surprised. Someone that is now not just a coach but an owner. So many people come to you. My wife, she coaches at our gym, and not in the owner role, but some people just come up because she teaches the beginners foundation class. Yeah, and they're like, what kind of protein should I start taking, or what kind of diet do you follow? Yeah. Well, when people come up and ask you that question, this is for questions for both of you guys. What's your reply? I guess Paddy, you can, and then I'll get back to.
As far as your diet, I just tell people to shop around the perimeter of Walmart or Hy-Vee, wherever you go. You know, try to stay out of the aisles.
Stay clean.
Yeah, try to keep it clean as possible. Occasionally, you got to treat yourself out to some, maybe some Texas Roadhouse, one of my favorites.
It's
maybe some pizza. Yeah, some Pizza Hut. Yeah, I might have had some wings last night, but a little bit of ice cream here and there. Yeah.
A little.
You got to earn it though. You got to put in the work before you go. Treat yourself.
Can't be like Jordan Childs. And
yeah. I don't know how that guy does it.
Yeah. He's like, when I interviewed him last Wednesday or Thursday. He's like, I'm gonna eat 32 powdered donuts tonight.
Yeah, we saw that one, Jordan. How do you stay in such good shape with eating all those donuts?
I lift, bro. But that's the thing is you see people like. He talked a lot about carb backloading, so that's what he does. But I mean, like, you have people coming like, tell me about paleo, tell me about Whole30. So I mean, like, do you say, yeah, try that, or do you say, hey, let's try to think more just eating clean and watching your calories?
I think it comes down to just making just smaller changes. It's very difficult to just go cold turkey and just clean it all up. If you make a little change here and there, even if it's one meal a day, to clean up, eat a little bit of chicken, broccoli for one meal, that's going to make a huge difference. And not only the way you feel, your performance, how your body changes. So small changes. Yeah.
That's the big thing that I've seen. Like people that come in and they want to perform at a higher level. Yeah. Even if, like, it's on both ends. Like, for me, I was eating Chinese food every day, and I come in and I'm like, why do I feel so terrible?
What's going on?
I can't run a 400 still. Yeah. Like, because I have cashew chicken sitting inside me. But, like, we had Ashley Humphreys and even Mackenzie talked about this. They both battled with eating disorders. Yeah. And so they were on the other aspect of that where they just didn't eat enough. Yeah. But then they wanted to perform at this higher level, and they realized you have to eat to perform.
Oh, absolutely. Nutrition's certainly key when it comes to performing, yeah.
With Grid, do they have any, like, diet that you guys need to follow? Do they – because I know, I mean, like, you're a professional athlete.
Yeah, no, we all just hung out at Whole Foods the month I was out there and ate there, so it was pretty clean out there. Yeah.
Arizona, they're pretty good.
Yeah, they're a bunch of health freaks out there. I was like, "Where's the pizza at, guys? Dang, we don't get ice cream tonight.
Where's my 32 donuts?"
Yeah, right.
So, how would you answer that, Dylan?
It's happened many times. I always start off with, "Please don't do what I do."
I'm trying to get gained.
Yeah, don't do what I do. But then follow up with some things that they could do, like Paddy said, a balanced diet is key. I mean, I'm all for moderation. I used to be one of those guys with the cooler and the meals, and I mean, it's just not living a life. I mean, some people definitely, I mean, I'm not shooting them down. You can definitely go do that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's not fun. If everybody's out at dinner and then you got your Tupperware of chicken and broccoli, it's like.
For the rest, I mean, that's what I try to tell people. Like, think of something you can maintain the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like bringing Tupperware around with you. I mean, I guess there's some people
that's
out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's great. I'm not gonna. I mean, I did do that, and it's not fun. Yeah.
No, I mean, and like I was watching. I YouTube stalk people and or friends with them on Facebook, and like Dana Bailey. She's a bodybuilder.
Okay.
And she just said when she was in prep mode, she would lock herself in her house and wouldn't talk to her for a few months, and that's not. That's not a life.
That's a different breed right there.
Yeah, I mean, but you have to at that level.
I mean, I love my Sonic burgers and my pizza.
Yeah,
I'll just put my work in here and enjoy it.
You work out to eat like that, but when it comes to time to open.
Oh yeah,
and regional, you start cleaning up.
Yep.
I have to tell a story on you guys. So. Drew, one of the guy, you guys stayed with one of my friends when you went down to Springfield or HOA.
Yep.
And he's like, so these guys came down and they did the first day of competition and then they went and hit the bars. He's like, I went and bought all this chicken and they thinking they're gonna come in, and then they went and like came back late, just out drinking. And then he wasn't like those a-holes, but he's just like, I thought that they were like, I have some broccoli and chicken, and then they went back out the next day, 3 days of competition, and these guys are like, welcome Springfield. So I mean, and then you guys went and like crushed like weight the next day. I mean, I mean, is that just a factor of being young? Because if I did that the next day, I'd be like, I can't feel my face. Where am I? But like, is that just being young, or or is that fall under the don't do as I
sure hope so. Exactly, the don't do what I do. I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of people that could not do that and still function. Like you said, a 3-day competition. We wanted to see. I mean, we were on vacation. We wanted to have a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, like I just got out of college, so definitely the college thing. Do the party and then do the workout.
Yeah.
I'm still in it.
You're 23.
Yeah.
Come on,
I mean, if I'm that wrecked, like I said, I'll do some bench and pull-ups and get over it.
Yeah. Sweat it out.
Yeah, sweat it out. But that's a funny story.
Yeah.
I think that was one of those 3 a.m.ers, and we had a great time.
You guys came home about 2.
Yeah. We woke up at 7:30 and went back to HOA.
Yeah, and went and did
and
some
hit a
crazy
355 clean complex.
Yeah, you did. Like you guys are friends with Brooke Wells.
Yeah.
Was that fun? Just last minute kind of thing. Hey, let's do a competition. And
because we actually the gym we were at, they signed up and we couldn't really get a team together. And we're like, well, we can get a team together if you just kind of hand it over. We'll figure it out. So that was great. She came. Sydney was able to hop in, and then we got another coach from their gym to hop in, and of course Megan hopped in the fire there. So we had a great time. It was a lot of fun. Definitely not really trying to win or anything, just go out and have fun.
Megan's so funny. Just that deer in the headlight look whenever she shows up with like regional athlete, grid
she was terrified.
Brooke and her sister. I guess there was a picture that Brooke posted where like all of you had like this. Like your professional like photo, and then there was like Megan with like the barbell. She's like, everybody's sponsored but me. And like I remember like my wife and her were over there working on muscle ups, and Megan's like, I have this monster kit, but I can't do the muscle up. And then my wife does like one strict, like the second one she's ever done, and Megan's like, I hate you so much. But that was fun. Those kind of competitions where it's no pressure, you're just there to have fun.
Yeah, I mean, all for fun. I mean, yeah, and then you gotta make up your mind. I mean, yeah, we can go to a competition like, for crying out loud, I was in Miami and still just had like workout. So we can. It's just that switch. If you're going to have fun, go have fun. If you're going to win, then you're going to win.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that's your. I think you should, even if you're there to win, you should have fun at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Because if like you get, I mean, one of my favorite things about someone like Rich Froning, like when they pull him on the update show, they're just like, all right, so this next season coming up, what's your plan?
Whatever.
I'm gonna have fun. And they're like, all right, well, you're coming back together as a team, right? And he's like, yeah. And like, now you guys gonna change your training? He's like, we're gonna attack weaknesses and have fun.
It's all about having fun.
All right, Rich, yeah, you keep having fun. Well, everyone, like, but I think that might be part of the reason why he's so successful is because he's making it fun. It's not like, and I think that maybe that's why he pulled out as a individual and went team and stuff like that. Do you guys think about putting together a team, or do you guys want to still keep doing the solo thing?
I love the solo thing.
Yeah.
I love team partner competitions, but again, I would rather go solo unless I had somebody like Paddy that I could literally trust with my back turned kind of thing.
Yeah.
I hate putting myself in somebody else's hands, I guess.
Yeah. Someone that's going to be working at the same
if I know somebody's going to give it all they got and they're at the same skill level, I love it.
That's awesome.
It's being out there with a friend.
You and Brooke doing that strength complex.
Yeah.
Where you guys were feeding off each other, kept going
no, it's
up,
great. Yeah,
PRs,
just keep loading it up.
You falling on your back.
Yeah, twice. Oh, thanks. Twice.
But the cool thing is you got up and crushed it after that. You're just like, and I love it how you kept, like the first time you fell down, you look over at Paddy, I was standing next to Paddy, and he's like, should I go up?
He said no.
Paddy's like, you should get that one.
Well, the power clean was so easy, but I missed it.
Yeah.
No, you stay the same.
Did anyone video that?
Not the fall.
I
haven't seen the video. That was great. But even funny story with that one. I missed it the first time. I was like, oh man, kind of nervous. Missed it the second time. I said, oh, Brooke, if I miss this, we're kind of screwed. She goes, yeah, so you better get it. I was like,
oh, thanks.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And so
we're going to get it.
That's awesome, though. Yeah. But, like, just seeing you guys lift heavy like that, like, you approach that bar and you're just like, it's going to get picked up, and I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I might. And that's the thing is, for me, like, I did that strength complex.
Uh-huh.
And I got out there and beat myself mentally. I lost. Yeah. I was just like, I hit 205 in warm up, and that's heavy for me in a complex. And I was like, I can get 225. And I got the clean, and then I was just like, again, my hands started hurting, and I was like,
nope.
And like my coach was up in the stands, and I look at him, and he's just like,
I don't know.
He's like, lift the weight, like you're like, and I was just like, but it's such a mental thing. Like you get it, and you feel defeated because I was just like, but that was a cool thing to watch about you is you're just like, should I go heavy?
I missed it.
Like, what?
Let's go up.
Let's just keep going.
Well, because even like warming up for that visually, I wanted 365. That was my goal. So when I hit like the power clean at 355, I was like, well, I just hit that. Might as well just go ahead and go for that 365. And then I missed the 355 again. And then I had to just stick with that.
Stick with it.
Yeah.
But you did it.
Yeah, Yeah, there you go.
For me, I was just like, I sat there and like looked at 225 for a few minutes going, all right, Thunder, let's do
Here we
this.
go.
Well, I mean, we're coming up on an hour. I'm going to ask you guys just a few more questions. I had a lot of fun with you guys, but we talked a lot about like people coming in and new, but like with the Unbroken podcast, we talk about weight loss, fitness, and weightlifting. What are those, like if someone came in, what are your advice, and I'll have you each answer that. What is your advice when for people that are starting, or even someone that might be feeling a little burnout in that kind of aspect?
As far as starting up, I mean, come in, give it a try. I mean, I think the biggest thing about the whole gym here in general is just the community aspect of it and the fun we have here. I mean, we're super laid back here, like to have fun. We'll put on your favorite playlist and get after a workout. But come in, I mean, a lot of people are hesitant to come in and try it out. But after your first workout, I think you're gonna change your your opinion of it. Like I honestly think you're gonna love it.
Some people get intimidated at the very beginning, and they realize like, oh, everything's
it's not
scalable.
that bad.
Yeah, we can keep going.
And the fact you can come in here with your friends, your buddy, or come in and grind through a workout with them and talk about it later, it's just the best. I mean, you're not going there suffering by yourself. You're gonna go in there and get better with a friend or two.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely starting out. You come in, like Paddy said, we're so laid back. Like we're not even like pressure you to buy them. If you don't want to buy it, that's fine. I really don't care.
You're
as
not
long as
going
you're
to lose
coming
any
in.
sleep. Yeah.
No, I won't. A lot of people are like, you need to press the sales. I'm like, if they want it, they'll take it.
Yeah.
I mean,
let our work speak for itself.
We're gonna have fun, and we're gonna put our 100% effort into it, and that's just how it is. I know even a few people, they've been bringing their friends in that we've known previously. They're like, how are those guys so fit? All they do is laugh. They don't even work out. They're just having fun, man.
We PR smiles
PR
every day.
smile. Yeah. Coach a class, smile. I mean, love it.
And so, like, if someone felt they're just like burning out, and because I mean, I'm sure you guys have been doing this for a while. Like,
I've been there a few times.
If someone, what do you tell those people, or even yourself?
Well, personally, myself, even if I'm feeling burnt out, definitely just take a step back, do what got you into fitness in the first place. So, I mean, I always just go back to my basic lifts. I've stopped the Metcons. I just get strong. Kind of brings the fire back. Like you're seeing gains somewhere else, and you always fall back, whether it take a week, a month, whatever. I always take the summer off.
Yeah, just for bulking
and pool and stuff like that. That's always a good time. But yeah, somebody that's burnt out, definitely when they start, they're all gun ho. They give it all they got. They're gonna get burnt out. Just kind of relax, take it easy, maybe for a few days.
So we got a good question from Erica.
All right, Mama B.
And she said, "What has been the most rewarding aspect of opening your own facility?" And you can both answer that.
The most rewarding aspect is definitely seeing people utilize what you put together. We put so much money and work and time into one place. To see those 30 people come in each day, like regularly, this free month has been probably the most rewarding thing. Them using your equipment, using your knowledge to increase their fitness is great.
That light bulb going off kind of thing.
Yeah, like, wow, it's coming together.
Yeah, absolutely. I just to echo what Dylan said, the whole process of putting the whole gym together is it's a great feeling to see people actually come into the doors, get a workout, leave with a smile on their face, and then to see them return. It's like, holy cow, this is a thing. It's the best feeling ever. It's just to see everything play out the way it has.
That's awesome. So, what's the address? So if you're up in Columbia, drop in. So
Absolutely. 901 Safari Drive.
All right.
Swing by. Free drop-ins for everyone.
Yeah, and I will put the website link and the Facebook link in the show description. So social media, you guys live on social media?
Absolutely. It's our life.
How do people find you?
So Instagram, we are just Mo Fitness. 4 S's on the Mo Fitness. Don't forget that. Yes.
For the gain. For
yes.
The
yes. Yeah. Our Wi-Fi password actually gains with 4 Z's. So if you guys ever come in.
And how do they find you guys personally?
We're both on Facebook, Instagram at DylanK92. I don't know what Paddy's is, but he's probably on mine. Probably give him a Man Crush Monday here pretty soon.
MCM.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram. We're always posting about the gym, so if you guys get lost, we got the gym covered, and all of our max complexes are going to be on there too.
And it's just the cool thing is like some people feel self-conscious, like I'm posting all these heavy lifts, but someone like me is just like, they see a cool complex, I'm going to try that out. Yeah. But then you see cool things, you're like, man, I want to be able to do that someday. So that drive. So keep posting those videos, guys. I am really grateful that you guys took the hour to be on the Unbroken podcast. I really hope that you guys get much success from just being here, chasing your dream. I mean, I see other people doing that, and I know how scary it is. I took a whole weekend and just drove around just to record people for this podcast, and I'm not making any money.
Oh yeah, but, a whole month.
Just like podcast. Free podcast for a whole month. But I appreciate you guys, and if people want to reach out to you guys for advice and stuff, can they just
message us. Yeah, we respond within a minute usually.
Yeah, that's what your Facebook says.
That's what it says.
Very responsive.
Very responsive.
Well, thanks again, guys, and thank you for listeners to the Unbroken podcast.
Yes, thanks, guys.
And remember to live unbroken, and remember to subscribe on Stitcher and iTunes. Hit that like, give 5 stars, and leave a review, and people will find us that way. And make sure you give these guys a good hard time on the reviews.
Oh, yeah.